Hey, BookTube. How you doing? I'm busy. I've been super busy. I was actually planning on doing a book haul like a couple of weeks ago. I just never got around to it. So now, of course, they've stacked up. So I thought I'd show you what I got in ascending order according to size, not quality or release date. I don't have any other specifications. It's all size related. Oh my God. It's because of the diet. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. The first book I got was Neil Shusterman's Everlost. And this was because Lenore Applehans did this blog post about books set in the afterlife, which of course Velveteen was a part of. And this was one of them that I was really interested in reading. This and, oh, there's another one coming up and I can't remember its name and I should know it. I should know it because it's on my wish list, both on Amazon and Barnes & Noble, but whatever. I'll get to it. I'll buy it and I'll tell you about it. Anyway, Everlost by Neil Shusterman. That's the first book I got. And at the beginning of the month, I went to a couple of launch parties. One for Megan Bostick, who wrote Never 18. And it's a book about a boy who has cancer and wants to get a few things done before he passes on. So there's that, and Megan's awesome, and I love her, and she's close. And the other launch party I went to, I think I told you about before, was For Cinder by Marissa Meyer, which is also awesome. The next one's a book that I picked up at the urging of One Book Run Review channel, which you should be watching. If you're not watching, you should be subscribing to that one for sure, and I'll leave a link right here. It's hard to do backwards. It's the effort that counts. It's Stephen Chbosky's The Perks of Being a Wallflower, and I've heard really good things about this from pretty much just everyone that reads it, and I'm looking forward to reading that. One that I haven't heard good things about, and this has a tag on it, which is going to drive me insane until I get it off, and there we go, it's off. I haven't heard a lot of good things about it, but I love the cover, and it's Thomas Fahey's Sleepless, and I remember this when it was a hardback. Was it ever a hardback? I don't remember. I don't. I just remember looking at it and thinking, that looks like a good horror book. I've heard it's a little uneven. I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to read it anyway. Shipbreaker by Paolo Bacigalupi. See? I said that really quick, too, like I knew how to pronounce it. This one sounds really interesting. It probably resonates a lot because of the Gulf oil disaster thing. And I'm interested to see what happens in that. Particularly because he won that big book award for the other book. Although this one won. This is a Prince Honor and a National Book Award finalist. Which, you know. I get a lot of comments about right back here, the fact that I have Hunger, Lies, and Plague, but no one is able to see my Gone. And that's because I didn't have one until now. I got Gone from the library and read it then and loved it, devoured it, but never picked up a copy of my own until now, and now I have it. So it's shiny and new, and will be so in perpetuity because I don't plan on reading it again. Because I don't reread books. Is that weird? It might be. I picked up Daisy Whitney's The Mockingbirds. It sounds like Mean Girls with vigilantes. And I could be into that. We'll see. I never knew what it was about before, and I like the new cover, I think. So, speaking of new covers, and this is sort of a reboot, Gossip Girl Serial Killer by Cecily von Ziegesar. Another one, I have no idea if I pronounced that correctly. I can't get over that this has happened, and I have to see what she did to make this a gore-splattered horror fest. I'm excited. Has anyone read Gossip Girl Serial Killer? I don't know how you could not. Really, it's astonishing. Switched by Amanda Hocking, and this one I primarily got because I want to see what all the fuss was about. Although I believe that this is the re-edited version of it rather than the one that you get when you download just the ebook. And although that's probably changed too now, I'm not sure that any of those ebooks still exist, the pre-edited ones. Although it's my understanding that Amanda Hocking hired an actual editor, which I would recommend anyone who is self-publishing to do. Someone who has lots of credentials and can show you examples of their work and things like that. And who isn't afraid to call you on your bullshit, because as writers, we have a lot of bullshit. It comes with the package, I think. The last one I got is a hardback, and it is Veronica Rossi's Under the Never Sky, and it's lovely, and I like it. The other thing, and I did get another book cover this week, but I can't show you it yet. Oh, it's driving me crazy. I got the stunt cover for Velveteen. I've wrapped it carefully around a book that is the same size, so it looks like I've got a book. It's just sitting down on my coffee table downstairs, driving me crazy every time I look at it. It's not like done. It doesn't have any of the finishes that the final dust jacket's going to have. It's not been completely photoshopped, but I love it nonetheless. I just do. Yeah, so I'm also reading. I've been reading a lot lately. Not as much as I have been in the past. I'm trying to read at least 5 books a month. And so I'm going to be getting to do a book show here pretty soon. Pretty soon, I hope. I'm hoping. And this one's going to feature a lot of Apocalypse's books. So keep that in mind. Let's see. So I'm currently reading The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. And listening to, when I do my daily walks with the dogs, I'm listening to Damned by Chuck Palahniuk, which is interesting because it's kind of set up like Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, only it's Are You There, Satan? It's Me, Madison, which sounds like it could be really hokey, but the voice is very kind of adult, snarky, and I like it, but I'm not sure that I'm not sure that it really fits in with YA. Anyway, except there are rivers of poop. I have to say that. I have to tell you that. In other news, it's stacking up like it's going to be a really busy year. October's really kind of filling up with activities and things. Nothing's set in stone yet, but it could be really exciting for people who live on the West Coast. Probably not the East Coast so much. If you could call seeing me in person exciting, I don't know. I don't know that that's the case. Whatever. I'm just like this anyway. This is just how I am, so. In other vlogging news, at the YA Rebels, I switched to Sunday. I've been there before, obviously, but you know what? You can check it out anyway and let people know because there were surprisingly few views and it made me sad. And since you're always up for something new, I know that about you guys. The Apocalypse started their own YouTube channel, starting with Emily Danforth's intro video, which is decidedly kind of like the way I think. So I love her, automatically. So you should check her out. And yeah, that's new things. So that's all I got for you. I'm going to go take a walk with my dog, Smokey, here. And then probably need to work on my proposals some more. And go to the grocery store. I don't know how I get stuck with all the errands. How does it happen?